Journalists inform Canadians and hold governments accountable. Their work is independent and indispensable. As they continue to face harassment, censorship, and violence simply for doing their jobs, let me say this: we will always support and promote the freedom of the press. Now, I'm reading from my phone here Justin Trudeau's tweet from, well, yesterday on World Press Freedom Day, but once his statement was tested, he failed completely because Rebel News sent a journalist, Alexa Lavoie, our Quebec-based superstar, to the Liberal Party Policy Convention. And, well, take a look at what happened to her here.
One of my questions is, we heard recently that CSIS knew about the threat made to Michael Chong, that is the opposition MP, and sorry, but thank you. I would just go and check with them.
Hi, if you're not accredited media, unfortunately, you will have to ask you to leave.
But we didn't do anything for disturbing the event. We are just asking a couple of questions.
I'm the director of the party. What outlet are you with?
What are you?
What outlet are you with? Sorry?
With Rebel News?
Yeah, unfortunately, the organization
you knew about it, though.
The organization you work for is widely reported to represent extremist far-right views, and you're not welcome here.
Extremist far-right views?
You're not welcome at the
convention. Can you tell me one extreme far-right news that we published?
It's time to go.
No, I want you to answer, and I will go after.
It's time to go.
No, I just asked you. What is the far-right news that we did publish? One, just one.
We're asking you very nicely. It's time to go.
We publish almost 100 per week. One news that is far-right extremist.
We're asking you very nicely.
Can you please tell me one?
It's time to go.
And I will go peacefully.
It's time to go now,
But I want you to tell me one.
It's time to go. Let's go.
Did you ever watch what we do? Did you ever watch what we do?
Your attitude is very bad for democracy.
Why you asked me to be accredited when this man knew about my outlet and called me extreme right-wing news?
It's time to go, please.
Yeah, but I want you to tell me one news that we published that is considered far-right extremist news.
It's time to go.
You can answer or not? Because you don't know. Because you never watch what we are doing.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes or not? Is it true or not? I'm asking you.
It's time to go.
So joining me now is Alexa Lavoie, unfortunately one of the most assaulted journalists in this entire country, to describe what happened to her when she tried to go to the Liberal Party Policy Convention. Now, hi, Alexa. Thanks so much for joining me. Now, we were sending you there because there was a completely different story, kind of, right? We had heard that the Public Sector Union, PSAC, would be picketing the Liberal Party Policy Convention, and that sounds lovely to me, where my enemies are just yelling at each other and I stand back and watch it happen. So I was kind of looking forward to that a little bit, but a deal was struck with the union, of course, so that they didn't embarrass the Liberals at their policy convention. I think there's some of that happening there. So you went there with another story in mind, but it became about press freedom. Tell us what happened.
So we arrived there and we were like, oh, okay. There is a problem because you have nobody outside of the Shaw Center. And I said, okay, I'm going to Google it. And I saw that just before I arrived, an agreement with the CRA workers and the government have been made. And so I was like, okay. So I'm going to just look around and look inside since the event was not started yet. We went up, a bunch of Benevol was working, and we were like, okay, maybe we can try to interview a couple of people who were going to assist to the convention. And so during I was waiting, since we were there pretty early, a security agent from the Shaw Center came to see us and asked, can you just wear your accreditation? Really nice person, just watching if everything is okay, and because we were just sitting alone. And so we were on our way to go and try to get our accreditation. But people, you need to know that same if we apply, we will be refused. And this is how the liberal work with Urban News. We get denied access all the time. Same if we write multiple email. So I took my chance. I asked on the way a couple of questions to the attendees. And during I was interviewing my last attendees, really nice person, by the way, at the end, two people who work for Justin Trudeau came towards Guillaume, my camera person, asking him to stop filming. And so...
You guys are outside.
No, we were inside, just not in the room.
You made it in.
we were in the show center. We were like at the main floor. And so I was like, there is a problem. And they say, yeah, you cannot film if you're not accredited. I say, yeah, but how I get accredited? They say, but you need to apply online. And I say, I can do my job if your party keep denying independent journalists as Urban News to assist to what is going on with the Liberal Party. So how independent news can do their job properly if you stop them to do so. And so after an argumentation, I asked them, what is your name and what is your position? And she didn't want it to tell me, the woman, but the man say, I'm the director of the party. And finally, he say, for which outlet do you work? And I know he knew. He knew. He just wanted to confirm. So I said, for Urban News. And the answer was like, it's because your organization is an extreme right-wing news and you have nothing to do here. So I will ask you to leave now. And I ask him, which news do you say that is extreme far right? Name me one and I will leave peacefully the place. Name one news that we publish that is extreme far right. And he never wanted to answer. I say, do you watch what we are publishing for saying that? Do you know really what we work on? And he didn't answer. And obviously that person probably never see any piece of what we produce. He just repeat what he have been told to say. That Rebel News, you cannot have them because they are extreme far right, because they don't go in the same narrative that we are going. So they are a threat for the Liberal Party, so get them out.
Can you imagine the Liberal outrage? And you would get a statement from Justin Trudeau himself. If the Conservative Party of Canada kicked out a female reporter from, I don't know, Press Progress or CBC or one of the left-wing media groups, Vice, whatever, if Vice is even still open, they would be calling names. They would be saying, this is censorious. You don't care about free speech. You don't care about the free press. And you're sexist. You're bullying these female journalists. But they do it to you repeatedly. Justin Trudeau himself has done this to you repeatedly. So I'm surprised you got as far as you did into the policy convention, quite frankly. And I think your little button had something to do with it.
I received a nice gift. But as I say, the first question I asked to the two staff, I say, are we disturbing anything? We are actually making trouble? And they say no. It just we go by the rules that you need to be accredited. But why are you refusing us to be accredited if we are here doing what we should do by doing our job, not causing any problem, doing normal journalism, just asking normal questions to the people? Why are you refusing us to be there if we were just acting as every journalist, because we are just as other journalists? It's just because we are not showing the same nice, perfectly thing about Justin Trudeau, how nice it is, when we show actually the other side.
That was an excerpt from the Ezra Levant Show. I'm Ezra Levant. Every weekday, I do a monologue about the topic of the day. Then I interview a fascinating guest either in studio or via Skype. And then I read your mail, whether it's fan mail or hate mail, which is sometimes even more interesting. This is on our premium service, though, called Rebel News Plus. Go to rebelnewsplus.com. It's $8 a month or less if you buy a whole year in advance. You get my show every weeknight, plus Sheila Gunn Reid's show every week. It's called The Gun Show. It's pretty amazing. You know, we rely on you because we do not take a dime from the government. In Canada, that makes us almost unique. So please help us out and help yourself to some great journalism at rebelnewsplus.com.